we started this online class in 2021. Okay, in 2021 for grade 10 and 11 we started this, and now we are like in the basically the 5th year, right? Almost 4 years completed, and this is the 5th year, but we are still doing online classes. Okay, many teachers have stopped after the pandemic, after COVID, everybody moved to physical classes, but we are still continuing with the online classes. Yeah, it's gonna be a kick start, you know, very good start, strong start. This is what we need, right? If you are playing a cricket match, if you are running a race, whatever you do, you got to take a strong start, right? Kick start. Yes, in the power play, you have to score many runs. In a race, you got to run the first 100 meters very strong, then you can fall into rhythm, and then you can keep the pace, keep the rhythm, and then win the race, right? This is what we do in our lives. Okay, we got to start strong. Whatever we do, we got to start strong. Okay, class, studying, everything is the same. Eating also, right? first you first you eat with the most tastiest one, right, on the plate. Yeah, you're gonna start strong. Everything you do, the day should be started strong, everything. Okay, so we can start strong. Very strong this year, because most of you are just starting grade 7. What about grade 6, Bude? Did you enjoy history in grade 6, or you started little hating it? Or can I see some thoughts? Can I hear some thoughts? Yes?
Sir, before
Yeah?
I hated it a little bit. Now I love it
Why? Why do you love it? Can I know?
because I came into class and I love this class.
Oh, really? We are just starting, okay? You will love even more when we are going. Okay. Thank you. And right. So, anybody hating history? I mean, let's be honest, okay? I know many of you hate this. Why? Because this is a new subject. Okay? This is a new subject that was started in grade 6. Yes? There was no history in grade 5. You remember. So, it started last year. Okay? Then and also there are some areas that are a little difficult in this. We all know this. Not like maths, not like science. There's a little bit of reading, and sometimes, you know, difficult words, sometimes difficult to understand. That is why we started this class. Okay, so I didn't want to start in grade 6 but grade 7, because most of you don't like history in grade 6, and then you come to grade 7. Now you know history is important, and we got to do this somehow. And then we are going to do this. Okay, we're going to do this in the proper way, right? This year onwards. That is the main reason I decided to start a grade 7 class, not a grade 6 class. I could have started a grade 6 class, but no, grade 7 is the best year to tackle history, because you are also a little grown up now. You have experienced history for 1 year, and you are hating it already, most of you, right? And let's change it this year. Okay, so we're gonna basically make you fall in love with it, right? Okay, that is the plan. Okay, so Bhute, if you don't mind, share with me through personal message or in the chat box your last term's history marks. Okay, because before we start our year, we are going to make sure that we will achieve our goals this year. Okay, so we are going to set our targets for this year. So our target will be something like this. If you scored 50 marks out of 100 in your grade 6 third term test, this year we will target for 70, 75 in the first term. Okay, that is the plan. 70, 20 marks more than previous. If you scored 70, let's go for 90 this time. Okay, so that is the goal, right? If you scored 90, let's go for 100 this time. Okay, all right. Let's try to keep it that way, because this year's history is difficult than last year. Okay, this year's questions are going to be difficult than last year. So let's try to maintain. I'm not saying go for 100. I'm saying let's keep, like, you know, if you already scored 90, let's keep it like that, right? Let's maintain it, because, you know, the lessons are getting harder and harder as the years are going on. So if you scored 70, 75, let's go for 85 plus this time, right? Which is possible. Okay, so with the right plan, I will give you the plan. So we will all work according to a plan, and you will all work a little hard so that you don't have to worry too much when the exams are coming, right? Okay. So if you are scoring, I see Nabil 66. Nabil or Nishat? Okay. 66. So let's go for 80 this time. Okay, 80, 85. Let's target that, right? So that is why I asked your marks. So we can have our target set. So once the target is set, it's easy for us to reach there, right? So first of all, we need to set the target. So if you are in 50, let's go for 70, 75. Let's not jump 50 to 90. No need to stress ourselves. No need to take too much tension. Let's go one step at a time, okay? So we will go slow and steady, one step at a time, okay? Right. Okay, Pute, noted. Double promoted. Okay, very good. Everybody are double promoted. Okay, maybe you missed a lot of grade 6 stuff. So it's okay, but you got to work hard this year. So you can keep in track. Yes? Okay, very good. All right. So thanks, Pute. Those who are getting like 37, 40, no problem. We will get you to 60. Okay, but follow my plan, right? So our plan for this year, Pute. Now you don't have a big book, right? Only a few pages in the book. I just have an old version of the book actually. You see only how many pages we have in the book? Yeah, 76. 76 is not very small either, but still, you don't have a huge syllabus. So I think based on my best predictions, we can complete the syllabus by August. Okay, I don't plan to do until December or November, right? So by August we will complete it, and then we will take a break. Then we will start our grade 8 class in January. So maximum August, September, I can finish this syllabus. I'm not planning to drag until December. We don't have to because these lessons are not very big compared to O-level lessons. These are not very big, but we will do our papers, our question discussions and stuff like that in class. So it will take a couple of weeks, maybe revision a little bit, revising the old ones. So maybe August and September is what I'm looking at. Okay, so normally we will go like one lesson per month. Yeah, so this is January is over, right? Tomorrow is the last day of this month. So February we will finish the first lesson and start the second lesson also. Maybe half of the second lesson will also be finished by February. So we will go, one step at a time. We will accelerate, like, you're starting a vehicle, starting a race. So we will go very steady, and once we get into the rhythm, we can cruise. We can go smoothly. Yeah. So the first few weeks, Buddha, you have to work hard. Why? Because I will be giving you some work as well, and because you need to fall on track. You need to get the idea how to do this. First of all, you should know how to learn this subject. Then you can learn this. So in order to do that, we have to work a little harder for the first few weeks, for the first 2 months. Okay, then we can put on cruise control, and then yeah, slowly, smoothly we can go on our journey. Okay, right. Okay, so as when you come from grade 6 to grade 7, Pute, the lessons are getting tougher. Words, so many words are there, difficult words. There we have to explain. So I will do everything in this class. That is why we have this class, right? To help you with everything. Okay, right. So let's get started with it. Okay, so in your history book, everybody got the textbooks with you, and I will give you a set of tutes. Okay, so you don't have to, like, you can read the textbook. You must read the textbook, and I will teach you how to take notes. And in the class, we don't write so much. Okay, what we do in class is we talk and we absorb, and from time to time, very important stuff, we take notes. And I will give you a set of tutes. So you can read the book and then you can read the tute. So you can read the book first to know what is there, and when you read the tute, you will remember the important things, because all the important things will be there in the tute. Okay, that is how it will work. That is how the class works. And in the class, we we will take some notes from time to time. The important points, we will make note of them. So keep a notebook with you. And then we will do some questions. Okay, from time to time, we will be writing and answering some questions. So you improve your knowledge. Sometimes there will be small homework, not big homework, small homework. Then you have to, certain things you have to explain. Then you will improve your writing skills. This is something that is very important. When you go to grade 10 also, you need this skill improved. So from now on, I want to improve your skills in writing. Okay, so I can help you with that. I was an English teacher as well, so way back, but yeah, so but I can help you in many areas. I'm gonna do that. So we're gonna together as a team, we're gonna score more marks in our history exams, and then when you go to grade 10 and 11, you're gonna be at a very good place. That is my plan for you. Okay, everybody clear? Like we have 5 lessons this year. Okay, so let me go through these 5 lessons that we have, and we will start lesson number 1 today. Today is the first day, right? So today we are not planning to discuss so many things. Next week onwards, we will slowly get on track. So we have put the 5 lessons this year. The first lesson, anybody went through the textbook, at least the contents page? Yeah?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the first lesson is lifestyle of our ancestors. In this lesson, we will talk about how ancient people in Sri Lanka lived. So I'm going to give you a brief introduction about the syllabus, what we are learning, what we are going to learn this year. Okay, so first we need to know what we are supposed to do, right? Before we do. Yeah. So first of all, let's take a look at these lessons and what we have to learn, or what are we trying to achieve by learning these. Okay. Right. So the first lesson is lifestyle of our ancestors. Ancestors means the old people who lived before us, our family members or ancestors, like grandfather, like that. Oh, everybody kind of related to each other, right? In Sri Lanka, yeah. I mean, it's a small country, yeah. There will be some sort of a relationship in many people. Okay, we all look the same as well, right? So, lifestyle of our ancestors, how they lived in this country, what kind of activities that they did, how they produced food for their living, for eating, how they produced food, how they did the agricultural activities, what kind of things they made, like crafts. Okay, craft work as we call it, what kind of things they made, let's say using metal, using clay, what kind of tools and equipment and things that they made, and a little bit about our ancient culture as well, like how marriages took place, how funerals took place in the country, and how trade took place, how business was done in the country. Okay, how business was done, or how trade was done inside the country and outside the country, or within the country and with other countries. Okay, like we call it internal trade. That means business that we do inside the country, and we do external trade. That means we do business with other countries. Okay, yeah, internal and external trade. So trade means buying and selling goods. Yeah, that is called trade. In other words, business, literally. Yeah, simple word, business. Yeah, like buying and selling goods. Okay, so we will talk about that in the first lesson, right? So many things to discuss. We will go one step at a time. Then we are coming to a very important lesson, that is renowned kings of our country. Now we will learn about a few important kings in our country. There are many kings that you have to learn who ruled our country. There are literally about 200 kings who ruled our country. Okay. Yeah, like 185 important kings. Yeah. So out of that, you don't have to learn so much. This year we will learn a few. Okay. Yeah, very important ones, right? In grade 8, we will learn a couple of more kings, and then in grade 10, we will go on to learn. In grade 10, we have quite a few kings. So some kings are not here in your section. Some kings will repeat in grade 10 as well. And some kings are super important because of their great service. Here we will talk about a few kings like King Manavamma in Anuradhapura kingdom, King Sena the first, King Sena the second, and King Vijayabahu the Great, King Vijayabahu the first. Okay, King Vijayabahu the Great, we call him King Vijayabahu the Great. Why are we calling him great? I will tell you why when we discuss this lesson. And we will also talk about King Parakramabahu the first, another great king who ruled Polonnaruwa kingdom. King Vijayabahu the first is the one who started this new kingdom called Polonnaruwa kingdom after Anuradhapura kingdom. Okay. Then King Vijayabahu the first, King Vijayabahu the Great, in other words. And King Parakramabahu the first was another great king who ruled Polonnaruwa kingdom. Okay. We also call him Parakramabahu the Great. Okay. Yes. Then we also have another important king in Polonnaruwa who was King Nishankamalla. King Nishankamalla, he actually was born in another country. Okay. He was born in Kalinga state in India, but he became a king in Sri Lanka because of the royal relationship he had with our kings. I will tell you how that worked when the time comes. So his service is also important because he ruled the country in a very difficult time. Okay, like we are having today, right? Today our country is in a very difficult situation. You might know this or you might not know this. Do you know that our country is in a very difficult situation right now? Yeah, you know this or you don't know this? Okay, of course you know this, right? Yeah. So there are good times and there are hard times. Okay. In the life also it's the same. In a country also it's the same. So every day are a Singaling can Hamadama Natal ne, right? Not every day is Christmas. So some days will be bad, some days will be good, some years will be bad, some periods will be bad, more challenges. Some periods will be good, everything is easy and smooth. Some periods will be, it's like a roller coaster, okay? Yeah, ups and downs, very common. So we also had our ups and downs in our history, right? In our past. So during a difficult time, King Nishangamalla ruled our country. We can say he ruled Polonnaruwa kingdom. So that is why he is included here. We can learn many things from their lives, how they faced these difficult challenges and how they managed the country, okay, in difficult times. So we can learn so much for our lives, right? That is why we are learning about these kings. Or otherwise, many students are thinking like, history, okay, old stories. What are we going to learn about these old stories and old kings and what they did? No, they can be connected to our lives. And the same type of challenges we are facing today, the only difference is the time. The challenge is the same. Only difference is the technology is today advanced, science is advanced, and the country, the world is advanced. Nothing else. Challenge is the same. Okay. So we can learn so much from these kings, their lives, their actions, different historical events that took place during their times. Okay. We will connect them to our modern lives and see how we can face these challenges that we have today, taking example from those kings' lives. Okay, right. Then in lesson number 3, Uday, our cultural heritage, we will talk about our cultural heritage, what precious things that we have in the country. Some sites, for example, some historical sites in our country are declared as World Heritage Sites. Sigiriya, for example. Okay, Sigiriya is the Sigiriya. You all know what is Sigiriya, I believe. So Sigiriya is a rock fortress and built by King Kashyapa the first in Anuradhapura kingdom. Sigiriya is the most visited place in Sri Lanka today. Sigiriya is the most visited places. Every day, like you can see thousands and thousands visiting this place. After a long time, last year I got an opportunity during my vacation. I went to Sigiriya. So I went on a Monday. Okay, I thought Monday would be like a little calm without much rush. But oh my God, right? I was wrong. So even on a Monday, even on office hours, it was so crowded, okay, especially tourists from other countries, okay. So Sigiriya is a World Heritage Site. So many things to learn from this place called Sigiriya, the technology. and everything. Super. There's something like, there's a lot of knowledge that you can get from Sigiriya, scientifically, architecture wise, science wise, technology wise. We have a lot of things to learn from Sigiriya. So that is a cultural heritage. So the world has declared Sigiriya is not only Sri Lankan heritage, it is a world heritage. So it's a world property, not only our property. Okay. Our property, we can do anything with it, right? Now it is a world property. So even we want to destroy it, we can't. I mean, I'm not saying we have to, but like, it is very precious. So even if you want to do something with it, we have to get the approval from the world to do that. Why? Because it is declared as world property. Everybody in the world appreciates the place. So those kind of places will be learned in your unit number 3, our cultural heritage. So what important things that we have in the country, which is important not only to us but also for the whole world. Okay. Then lesson number 4, again a very important unit, because this lesson will repeat in grade 10 as well. Okay. Ruling centers of later periods. So if you learn it in grade 7, Pute, your grade 10 history is going to be very easy. Grade 10, you have lesson number 7, same to grade 7, lesson number 4, right? Ruling centers in later periods, a little bit differences are there, but the content is literally almost the same. Okay. So in this, if you learn these units properly, that's what I'm saying. If you learn these units properly in grade 7, the coming years are gonna be easy. Okay. Yeah, it's like you're building a house. When you build the foundation, it's easy to build the house. Like the house will be strong as well. So you got to build the foundation properly first. This is what we are doing in grade 7 this year onwards. We're going to build a strong foundation, so then building the house is easy. So going towards your dreams, O levels, getting good passes, that is your goal, right? This big exam is coming. The big exam called O level is waiting for you in 4 years. So you have to be ready for that now itself. Slowly, okay? Every day you do your work every day, finish your work every day, and you're gonna be there one day, right? 4 years is how many days? 4 years is how many days, Pute? 1,500, less than 1,500 days left. Okay. Yeah. Right. Okay. So ruling centers of later periods. Our first 2 kingdoms are Anuradhapura kingdom and Polonnaruwa kingdom. Those are the first 2 kingdoms in our country. And there were other kingdoms after the downfall of these 2 kingdoms. Okay. And we will learn in unit number 4 about those kingdoms. Okay. Dambadeni, Yapahuwa, Kurunagala, Gampola, Kotte. We will talk about those kingdoms. Okay. Yeah. In order. Right. And who are the kings who ruled those kingdoms? What are the important events that happened during those times? Will be discussed in those in that lesson. Okay. Then in unit number 5, we will go. Now we were talking only about Sri Lankan history, right? And in unit number 5, we will talk a little about world history. Okay, like you did in grade 6 as well. Grade 6 also there was a lesson, right? About these mummies and everything. Yeah, in Egyptian civilization. So I also forgot. It's been a while since I taught grade 6. 2020, 2021 or something. That's when I last taught a grade 6 batch. Okay. So then we will now 4 lessons we will talk about Sri Lankan history, about things related to Sri Lanka. But in the last lesson, we will focus our attention on the world history. Here we have 2 civilizations called the Greek civilization and the Roman civilization. Okay. So we'll focus on those empires, Greek Empire and the Roman Empire. And we will talk about great kings who ruled those, and special events and things that were constructed during those times, and they will be learned in this lesson. Okay. So Greek civilization and Roman civilization both were in Europe, right? Both were in modern day Europe. European countries are very developed today. So even the European history, European past, if the Europeans, let's say for example, I'm asking you, if you had a chance, if you have a time clock, like what do you call this, time traveling machine, right? Let's say you have a time traveling machine. Which era in the past you would love to go back to? Anybody?
Ancient Greek.
You wanna be born in Greek Empire? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, different opinions are there, right? Some of you want to be born in different countries. Some of you will be would like to be born in our country in another era, right? In the past. So for me, I will be going to Polonnaru. Oh, Anuradhapura. Okay, Polonnaru my favorite. Anuradhapura also, right? So I will be born in the Anuradhapura kingdom or Polonnaru. Yeah, I would love to, because those are considered, Anuradhapura and Polonnaru eras are considered our golden periods. Okay, where we were very strong, right? We were very strong. We were respected. Our kingdoms were strong. For example, Anuradhapura kingdom existed for about 1400 years. Polonnaru kingdom also like 200 years only, but yeah, I mean, it was strong as well at times. So similarly, if you ask the Europeans which era they want to go back to, they would say Greek and Roman era. Because for us, it's like Anuradhapura and Polonnaru. For the Europeans, it's the Greek and Roman era. That is their golden period. Okay. So everybody would love to go back to that period. Okay. So that is why those two civilizations are mentioned in your syllabus, right? Because they are the Europe's golden times. Okay. Yeah. That is why you are learning a little bit about those, right? Okay. That is why they are mentioned here. Okay. So there should be a reason for everything, right? There's no smoke without a fire. So I will tell you why each and every lessons are put here and what we can learn from those. Okay. Right. So let's get started, shall we? Yeah, a little bit today, right? I mean, now it's okay. Let's go for a short break. Let's get some water and be back before we start our lesson. I also need a small break. I've been talking continuously, so we will go for a 5 minutes break, and we'll be back, and we'll get started with unit number 1. Yeah. Ancient lifestyle, our ancestors lifestyle. Yeah, lifestyle of our ancestors. Yes, that's what's waiting for you. Any questions, Pude, up to now about the syllabus, about our plan, about
Excuse me,
me?
sir.
Yes, Pude.
Sir, is this lesson gonna be easy?
We are gonna make it easy. Okay. Anyway, whether easy or difficult doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. We're gonna make it easy. Okay, don't worry. Yeah,
Excuse
I mean,
me,
you
sir.
got to work a little hard, right? I told you we're gonna work a little hard for the first few months, because once we fall on track, we call it like, once you crack the code, once you get the formula right, then you can work alone also. Okay, so my target is, I wanna look, if you are here, I want you here, right? I will take you here, so you can learn alone. That is the
Excuse me,
plan.
sir.
Yeah.
Are we doing lesson 1 or 2?
Lesson number 1, Pute. Yeah, we'll start with lesson number 1. 5 minutes, in 5 minutes. Okay. Yeah. So in lesson number 1, we will finish one part today, and the rest we can finish next week. Hopefully, next week we're going to finish a big part of lesson number 1. Maybe the full lesson also. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Okay. By the second week of February, we're going to finish lesson number 1. Okay. Yeah. It's not a big deal. Okay. We'll do it. Lesson number 1, we'll start today, and within the next 2 weeks, we're going to finish it. Okay. Yeah, that's the plan. We got to set a goal first, right?
Excuse
Our
me,
target
sir.
is set. Yes.
So our midterm test is starting from a week.
In a week. Okay. So I can't promise you anything for this week. Yeah. So you face the midterm test with whatever the knowledge you have. But the term test, right, we will go for a good target. Okay, Pute? Because we can't do everything in 1 week, right? Yeah. So you work hard for this week only. and you attend all the classes, within 1 month or 2 months, you will be in a very good position. Okay, I can guarantee that. Okay, any other questions for that before we go for a short break? Miracles don't happen, right? I mean, if I give you a promise that we're going to cover the full syllabus in one month, it's not going to happen. Okay, let's talk practical. So if you have your tests coming next week, I cannot help with that. Let's be honest, practical. What we can do is within the next 2 months, we will be in a good position. Okay, yeah. You went to Sigiriya, very good. Ascendi. Can you explain in Sinhala? Okay. The thing is, since this is an English medium class, we don't explain much in Sinhala, but if you need any help with a Sinhala explanation, let me know. I will help you. Okay. Yeah. Okay. If you don't understand something, like if you don't understand some concept and small things, if you want them to explain in Sinhala, then I can help you with that. But trust me, after like 1 month, we will do the class in English. After like 1 or 2 months, you're going to be okay. You're going to understand everything. So trust the process. Okay. Hang on, right? Yeah. Hang on tight. Somehow, within like 1 month, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, trust me, you will be okay. Right. But until then, you got to hang tight. Okay. Somehow. Right.